can't just help not come on live for the outrage that is happening in that for the madness that's happening to that country. And I suspected that this pardon, I'm going to talk about the pardon that President Barrow did to murderers and pedophiles, rapists. Yes, mothers, pedophile, rapists. And I suspect they did this deliberately during AFRICOM in order to bury bad news, because Gambians would not be attentive and they can easily get away with it. They did this again. I believe they did this again for political reasons. Because when we discuss this, I cannot see any reason, justifiable reason, to choose pedophiles, rapists, murderers, and pardon them. I don't see any other reason for political reasons. Because Barrow understands one thing. For him, victims are not important. Victims are not important. He have proven that. All this time, he have never cared about victims. Not Yajami victims, not people he became victim under his watch. He doesn't care about them. I think it's time, though, the people to rise up, to stand up, especially led by these victims. They need to come together and stand up and rise up. This should be enough. The country is not safe, and it's not getting safer. Nothing has been done. In fact, it's been Gambia have become a heaven for pedophiles. We know that now. And part of the reason is this. The government doesn't care. The people who are to protect society doesn't care. I don't want to get to the point to say if it happens to their own. No, they just don't care. But first, let's think of this power vested on the president. I know I've seen when the pardon happened. What was the reason for the pardons? And people would say, oh, but it's power, he's got the powers. I think we should put this in our head. Nobody has powers to harm us. Nobody has the powers to harm us. We don't give the power to anybody to harm us. If the president uses the power vested on him to harm us, we should get up and stop it. The powers were given for good measures. But I think this is a lesson we should learn and know that this power should be cut in, because it's not been used for good measures. It's not been used for good measures. That's why, again, if anybody is pardoned, the reason for the pardon should be given, and the crime that person have committed should be made known to the people. Thanks to Watson Gambia for doing that due diligence, going behind the scenes and bringing out the crimes these people have committed. But as I said, the powers are not given to the president to do something wrong with it. It's not to free pedophiles. It's not to free murderers. What justifies that? And some of these people have not even spent enough time for anything. They haven't even spent time in there. What about how many Gambians are put in there for social crimes or other crimes? How many women are put in there who are mothers? How many youths are put in there for other crimes, smoking weed or similar stuff? Why are those people on the priority? And out of that list is only one woman. Out of the list of almost 20, I think, only one woman. How many female prisoners are in that in those prisons? Because we had about 3 prisons. Janjaburi, Mile 2, and Joshua. How comes it's only one woman pardoned? I don't know for what crimes she committed. But how many women are in there? How many youths are in there who have just committed minor crimes, who have just probably committed their first offenses or been sentenced for the first time? Why are those people not priorities? These are the things we should ask. But to think about this, the thing that really made me mad is when Dr. Banja was released, people looked at it at the specs of impunity on corruption. It's bad. It's bad precedence. But worst, because we knew that Barrow is the most corrupt. His entire cabinet are corrupt. Probably one or two you can not accuse of corruption, as we don't know of them. But majority of cabinet, we know they're corrupt. The entire system of government operate are corrupt. We don't expect Barrow to fight corruption. But we don't know Barrow to be a pedophile. We don't know Barrow to be a rapist. We don't know Barrow to be a murderer. Why do Barrow then decide to prioritize pedophiles, prioritize murderers, prioritize rapists? You see, we have to think about this. What informed the selection of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and probably if Watson Gambia get to the end of the list, might be more than 6. What informed that decision to select pedophiles and murderers, rapists? What? How did the president come to this thing? How did they decide this? This is what we need to ask ourselves. How did they decide we have to? And let me just look at this. According to Watson Gambia, one, Papa Ibrahim Cham, he killed Fatou Loum in Kololi and was sentenced to life imprisonment. He killed, and the way he killed the young lady was by strangulation. By strangulation. Mother the lady. I mean, absolutely, just being a criminal. There's no other relationship they had. He was sentenced to life. If you have to even commit, the sentence, why not put it at 20 years, 30 years? You don't even should consider that. Why did the president consider this? Did the Senegalese ambassador lobby for this? Now, we have to think about this. We have to ask these questions. They need to tell us. We have to hold them to account. How did they come to this decision? Let's go to the prison. There's Papa Ibrahim, a murderer. We have to do it. No, there must be something that informed them about Papa. How do President Barrow know about Papa Ibrahim being in prison? And why did they choose to to pardon him? That's one. Number 2, Farmara Sedikan, he raped an underage girl in Jara Sankuya and was sentenced to life imprisonment. Raped and underage, this is pedophilia. Underage, raped. How did President Barrow come to know about Farmara Sedikan? Who lobbied it? Is it political? Is it to win votes? Because he doesn't care the votes that come from the victims. How did he know about him? A rapist, what? If they come to him to say that, this person, Farmer said he can have to be released, we appeal for your clemency for this person to be released. Did he not ask what crime did he commit? If he had asked if he failed to ask for the crime he committed, then that's really irresponsible and is criminal. If he asked and he was told that it's because of raping under did he think about the daughter that he kept in secure in his? Yes, we have to say that. Did he think about the daughter? And we have to remember something. Throughout, even in developed countries, rapists are hardly put through the justice system. They are hardly put through the justice system. Then the few that end up, because it's so difficult to deal with, few that end up in prison, now they can just walk away. And we say we are fighting crime. Rapist. Mfamara Serikan, rape an underage girl, a pedophile. Yankuba Njai, he kidnapped and raped a woman in Fajikunda and was sentenced to life imprisonment. What does life imprisonment mean then? Yankuba Njai raped a woman, kidnap and rape a woman. That guy is dangerous. Kidnap, out of this way to kidnap. Now that person, these people are not treated, they have not spent enough time. We cannot, who assessed them? Who evaluated them? They have been released to go back again and continue to rape. They might be convicted for this crime, probably they raped so many others. But did the president care? If he doesn't care, we should care. That's why I sat here to talk about this. My conscience, I cannot just shut up. The voice I have to shut up, to let this pass, no. And I'm ready to support these victims. Let them come together, we support them. We take on the president and his people on this. Find of legal means to take them on. That's what should be done. And I appeal to civil society. I appeal to the Gambia Bar Association and others to think about this. How can we support these victims? This is outrageous. It's serious. Scandalous. The other one is Yaya Barrow. He raped a 14-year-old girl in Suwareh, Mamadi, in the Upper River region, and was sentenced to life imprisonment. Again, another rape, a 14-year-old. Life imprisonment, no, they are out. Modu Kamara, he raped a 4-year-old girl in Tanje. 4-year-old girl in Tanje. And I wish they had when the crimes were committed. I wish they had the dates these crimes were committed to show you that these people have never even spent much time. Because I can remember some of these offenses, crimes. Modu Kamara, a 4-year-old. And to be continued. It's 6 people here, and if it continues, we might have more. Now, we have to think, how did it come about that pedophiles and rapists were, this amount, not one. No, it's not one. Rapists, murderers, pedophiles, not one, just one. But 6 so far out of 20. A murderer, pedophiles, rapists. Does President Barrow have something against women? I will ask. And I'm waiting for any person to come out there with their apologies. Oh, how can you say that the president has something against women? Yes. If he respects women, care about women, he will not compromise with rapists, pedophiles. If he care about women, about girls, little children, he will not compromise with rapists. 4-year-old rapists, you let them free. For what? They go back to society to do what? When you have that power we give you, you have youths out there who might committed mistakes in their lives that are not very serious crime. Peddling ganja or smoking ganja, or those silly offenses. Yes, I call them silly compared to these offenses. Women in there, mothers in there, in Mile 2 and other places. You don't prioritize them. What information? Why? Do you have something against women? Out of 20 prisoners, pardon, 1 woman. How many women are in prison? You'll be surprised if you find out. I hope a journalist will go down to find out the prison population. and tell us the women and the demographics. These are things, numbers we need. And I hope the opposition will take this on. I hope civil society will take this on. I hope Gambians will come out with outrage. Did they bring this information out during AFCOM because of Gambians will be distracted? Look, I can't see any decent person compromise with this. Any decent person compromise with this. There should be outrage there. The victims should come together. People should support them. Any means necessary for them to have redress. This should not continue. Now, another point that I'm keeping it brief. I want to remind Gambians that this is not new. I want to remind Gambians that this is not new. Thank you, Hadi. Nangendef. It's not new. A Norwegian pedophile was freed in 2018. Norwegian pedophile was freed. Can you imagine? A Norwegian pedophile was freed. He got away with it. Now, we are witnessing so far, thanks to Watson Gambia, so far we are witnessing about 6 murderer, pedophiles, rapists being released. Yes, according to Watson Gambia. They published it. So far, and Watson Gambia are going to investigate the rest and one former permanent secretary, a corrupt person. But as for today, look, I will overlook that. I'm going to concentrate on these crimes. And you, look, we wake up tomorrow and see Watson Gambia in form of more should not be a surprise. Because why even one person, one of these people, I don't even call them human beings, one of them be released. Not talking about 6, a mother, and all these people, as far as we know, all of them are victims are women. They are all women. All the victims are women. That's why Adama Barrow have a problem with women. All of them are women. Where's the empathy for womanhood? Imagine a 4-year-old girl, underage girls, and raped, one of the worst crimes of humanity, rape. It's a life sentence, it's punishment for those people forever. Why did you leave this? Why would you release these people? Why? And I'll give you another example. I've written this article in June 2023. Adama Barrow released 2 murderers. The names of the murderers were Baba Gale Jallow and Samba Doraba from Suwareh, Basse. 2 murderers. They murdered a shopkeeper. They were sent to jail and they were appealing their case. During the course of the appeal, they got pardon. During the course of the appeal. These people have not even spent a 5-year-old 3 years in prison. They got this thing. Why again? Is it political? What informed a president to interfere with the justice system? And pardon people who are in the course of seeking redress through the courts. Why so urgent? And release them. And the only time the court know about this is when the case was called at the Court of Appeal. The case was mentioned at the Court of Appeal, then the Chief Justice was informed by the prison authority that, I'm sorry, these people are not under our custody. They were pardoned by the President. That means that the courts were not even consulted. Due process was not followed. And freed 2 killers. They kill a parent, someone's child, someone's uncle, a shopkeeper. Where are they now? We don't have system to monitor these criminals, these murderers, these rapists. As I said, rape cases are hardly taken to court, or people are hardly sentenced for that. Now the people being sentenced are all free. When young kid boys or girls or whatever smoking dope, who are most of them whose crimes are of social in matter for that matter, because society failed most of us. That's why probably they commit some of this crime. They are not pardoned, but criminals are pardoned. These victims need support. The victim needs support. And I hope political parties, oppositions will stand up and call this out. I hope members of parliament will stand up and call this out outrage. I hope civil society will come out. Where is the Minister of Women's Affairs and Children Affairs? Children are being raped. Women are raped. Women are murdered. And they're afraid. And the recent cases, we think, why is this thing happening? Because there's no law and order in that country. They are busy demolishing people's property, ransacking people, disrespecting mainly women, in fact, trying to sell something for their families. It's unfortunate, but I hope Gambians will learn from this and educate themselves. How can you put a government like people like this in government? How can you put people like this in government? The victims need support. The victims need support to come together. And we hold this government accountable. Why? Why? If the president have come up with this, to stand up to say, we do, look, the last time they still have not redressed this. There's so many young people in Mile 2 remand. They have not been sentenced yet. They have not been found guilty of a crime. They're still in remand for 2 years, 3 years or more. Did we bother about that? How many youths are in prison been sentenced for smoking or attempting to sell or whatever it is? We let those people rot. We don't give them second chance. We don't try to get them out there, rehabilitate them. But we know that rapists are not rehabilitatable. They are rapists. They're sick in the mind. We don't have the means to cure them. It's to put them out of reach. Murderers. These are all cold-blooded murder. Strangled a young lady till died. Broad daylight. And you release that person. Is it because it's lobbied by the Senegalese government or what? All these other people you release for what? Is it political? We have to know. And these are the questions we expect MPs to find out. How did they come to this decision? And we have to be very careful with this government. They don't care. They don't care. But whatever it takes, people with conscience will stand up and stand with the victims. Guys, I just wanted to keep it brief. As I said, it's just but this is not dying out. We are going to follow it through. And I hope Watson Gambia will get the rest of the list and we can comprehensively approach this properly. Thank you very much, guys, and have a good evening.